Once upon a time, in a spooky castle high on a hill, there lived a friendly Dracula. He wasn't like the scary Dracula you might have heard about. Dracula loved to throw parties and make his monster friends happy. One day, as the year was about to end, Dracula had a FangTastic idea. He wanted to host the biggest and best New Year's Eve party for all his monster pals. He thought about it for days, planning every detail to make sure everyone would have a howling good time. Dracula started by sending out special invitations to his friends, Frankie the Frankenstein, Mummy Mia, Batty the Bat, and Wolfie the Werewolf. The invitations had bats on them and said, "You're invited to Dracula's FangTastic New Year's Eve Bash. Bring your best monster moves and get ready to have a spooktacular time." As the clock ticked closer to midnight on New Year's Eve, the castle was buzzing with excitement. Dracula was busy decorating with creepy cobwebs, hanging bats, and sparkly confetti. He even had a dance floor where the monsters could show off their best monster moves. The guests started to arrive, and each one brought a little something to add to the party. Frankie brought his favorite bolts for a game of monster bowling. Mummy Mia wrapped herself up in shiny streamers. Batty brought delicious fruit punch, and Wolfie wore his snazziest bow tie. The music started, and the monsters danced and laughed the night away. Dracula spun around, showing his Dracula dance moves, while Frankie did the electric shock dance with his bolts. Mummy Mia twisted and twirled in her mummy wraps, and Batty flapped his wings to the beat. Wolfie moonwalked across the dance floor, howling with joy. As the clock approached midnight, Dracula gathered all his monster friends for a special countdown. They stood in a circle, fangs, bolts, wraps, and fur all together, ready to welcome the new year. Dracula grinned and said, "Let's count down together, my friends. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!" The castle erupted with cheers, howls, and monster roars. Confetti and bats filled the air as the monsters exchanged hugs and high fives. They wished each other a FangTastic New Year filled with spooky adventures and happy moments. As the clock struck midnight, Dracula looked around at his monster friends, and his heart was filled with joy. He realized that the best way to start a new year was with friends who accepted you for who you were, bolts, fangs, wraps, and all. And so, in the spooky castle high on the hill, Dracula's New Year's Eve party became a tradition. Every year, the monsters gathered to celebrate friendship, dance, and the excitement of a new year filled with more monstrous fun. And they all lived monstrously ever after.